Okay, so I want to say a few words about anti-Jewish rhetoric. It's extremely important to separate Zionism from the state of Israel from the Jewish people. So Zionists, Israelis, Jews. Okay, just as long as we're clear that those are three separate categories of people, however much they overlap. Now, when we talk broadly about anti-Jewish rhetoric, just if you just think of the term the Jews in English, it evokes a way of talking that goes back 2,000 years, really, to the Gospel according to John, most particularly the Gospels in general. But John is the scripture where um, 60 or 70 times the writings of the New Testament use the expression the Jews in a way that is certainly pejorative, but even more so, it is demonizing. It is making basically the Jews are the enemy of Jesus Christ, of the Messiah, of the gospel, of God. Um, and so uh, it's very dualistic. And I'm not going to try to tell you what the gospel according to John is all about. There's many places to learn about that, and you should just read it yourself in English. But it is not an easy problem to disentangle. If either for believers or unbelievers, there's no sort of solution. I mean, if you're broadly an unbeliever or you're skeptical, well, then you just don't think about it. But it is still a reality of our historical heritage. So it's something that we have to be mindful about. Um, you know, there's been a lot of ink spilled and a lot of academic writing. I honestly think that it's a little bit mealy mouthed sometimes. I think a lot of people are trying to underplay like how very serious the rhetoric against Jews is in the Gospel according to John. Um, and I'm not here to say that it's it's a book that we need to throw in the flames or something. I'm just saying it is very anti-Jewish in its rhetoric. And so if we're going to talk about other sources or tropes of traditions of anti-Semitism and Hitler and the protocols of the Elders of Zion and all that kind of conspiracy talk um, against the Jewish people, then we also have to be realistic about history and the Bible, and we have to be honest about the real sources of anti-Jewish rhetoric and go from there.